Okay, Bob, run with me on this. What if YouTube personalities are the future of politicians? I know, it sounds kind of weird, and you're like, I mean, you imagine some of these creators that are just goofy and ultimately stupid or profane or just off the walls. But that's just some. And there's a place, and I appreciate that place of those creators that can give us a time away where we're not thinking so deeply about the troubles that ail us. But as YouTube grows, the younger generation especially is more and more exclusively on YouTube. That means that they're not tuning in to Prime or Netflix or Max. They're going to YouTube. And I can see the allure. I mean, there's every niche. You can find short form, you can find long form, you can find answers to your questions, you can find questions that you didn't even know you had. And the personalities on YouTube have to articulate themselves and compose and work through problems, especially if their communication style isn't great, or in my case, my audio sucks. And it's not that my audio sucks, because this is a great brand. It's my skills with the audio. And this time around, I guess it was my mic was turned around. It's always something, and I am slowly weeding through every single problem that I could have with audio or tech. And once I run through every single one of them, then I'll know how to work through them all, and I won't have any more problems. Even when in the past, in that same situation, I may have, because I will have worked through it. So I'm learning, and that's a pretty easy fix, and it's an easy thing to keep an eye on, but in my naivety, I was not aware of that. So if you just take a second to think about YouTube personalities, there are obviously some of them that come to mind more than others, and this isn't a particular video to pinpoint any specific. I'm trying to make this more universal, and it can pertain to people wherever they are, whether it's in America or overseas. The thing about YouTube is you have to work through problems and communication, so when my viewers have an issue with the audio, I have to address it. And it directly impacts my performance and my viewers and feedback, engagement, and all that. And if people don't come back because my audio sucks time and time again, then it doesn't matter what I have to say if they always have to have closed captions on and they aren't the greatest. So politicians, it seems, have lost that, where they don't really have to answer to us as thoroughly. Where on YouTube, thumbs down is still engagement, negative comments are still engagement, but it also doesn't look great. So you can't please everyone, but at the same time, most people aren't trying to piss off more people than they need to. So most of the time, it's just like, hey, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. It is going to upset some people, but those that it doesn't, I hope you stick around to hear more. And I'm really not doing this to be contentious. I'm just speaking facts. And I think YouTube is the future of that. Because think about, 2018, 2019, I was working with this kid that was going down to Virginia to go to school with the hopes of joining the FBI. Because he wanted to join the FBI, he could not have social media. He had to limit his tech usage. And it makes sense. But that's like an awful lot to think ahead for. And this was before TikTok and before the rise of social media to the extreme it is now after the panini. So moving forward, when you have parents starting Instagrams for their prenatal child, then how can that child have a secretive past that can't be exploited by someone overseas? So eventually the FBI is going to have to take people that don't fit their former profile. And what does that speak of for our politicians and for the future moving forward? There's going to have to be more and more transparency and more. But I don't think it should be transparency on an individual. Me, as a person who is not on YouTube, should not have to have a transparent life. Me, as someone on YouTube, my life is obviously a lot more transparent. However, I would say politicians should have even a level further of transparency, where you want to be a public servant, you don't get to scrub your past, you don't get to change and alter where you came from and who you were before. That is carried forward, we get to know, we get to see, so that way other people that want to follow you also carry themselves in a classy way, so that we don't have degenerates trying to scrub their life 2 years before running for office and then getting into office because no one can see their skeletons in the closet. So the future is changing, and I think in large part YouTube personalities like myself could be the future face of politicians. And I use that word in quotes because politicians is a grimy word. I don't like that. It gives that careerness to it, which we need to scrub. That's one thing we need to scrub. Public servant, a government public servant. If that's what we meant by politician, when we use the term politician, if I use the word politician in an exemplary way, it is with those connotations. A government public servant. What it should be. What we still need to strive towards. We can't throw the baby out with the bathwater because the water wasn't warm enough. No. The baby is here to stay. The law is here to stay. We need to throw the bathwater out and change the temperature. Because that wasn't working, but obviously the baby is staying. The law is staying. So those grimy dinosaurs guts to go. And it just kind of runs off the back of who am I? Like, I am no one special, but do I need to be someone special in order to speak up and see flawed behavior and policies and laws around me and bills getting enacted before I say, whoa, 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 no, no, I don't like it, no me gusta. Because you shouldn't have to. And that's not what the forefathers of our Constitution wanted. That's not the point of America. That's not the point of freedom. And this is infringing on my life. So when it comes to freedom, freedom is only free as long as you're not infringing on others. As soon as you're starting to hurt others and you're causing them undue problems they don't deserve, then it's not really free. Like, we gotta resolve some things. Things have to be resolved in Congress, and November is coming quickly. It is already almost February 2024. With that in mind, start thinking ahead for who you're going to vote for. And realistically, not who you're going to vote for, but what you're going to vote for. Do not vote for policy. Sorry, do not vote for party. It does not matter. Red, blue, dinosaur. Well, yeah, dinosaur. elephant or donkey. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. But what matters is freedom, is the Constitution, and is the continuation of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So with that, bub, I hope that you can start diving deep within yourself and dig in your own soul, because it really is time for the silent majority to speak up and to rally behind those that are being vocal, because we are the majority, and the majority is where the power lies. We, the people, and don't forget it, we the people, we the people, we run the place, and we only let them have, they only have power that we let them have. Stop letting them have power. Until next time, bub, this has just been kind of a philosophical rant, and I'm going to have more of these. But in the comments down below, let me know your thoughts on what I was saying, what I was rambling about, and what you would like to see as a philosophical rant in the future.